modern day masculine man, take one.
Ooh, what makes a modern day masculine man? When you drink your liquor straight, a modern day masculine man. I pay all the bills and I tells my woman the truth. Got my shit together, do what I wanna do, say what I wanna say. I won't bend, I won't break, you are not me, and I am not you. I kept it real, so now I can do what I wanna do. Modern masculine man. Welcome to Man School.
Welcome to the Modern Masculine Man Podcast, Mitch. Woo!
Hello. Welcome one, welcome all. Come one, come all. You are now tuned in, tapped in, turned on into another Sunday's edition of Ranting and Raving with me and my co-host, Carla Nicole. How you feeling this week, Carla?
I'm feeling amazing. How are you, Javon?
I had a little cold this week. I think I got one from one of the kids, but outside of that, I'm feeling good. You know, I'm winding up the production and mixing and mastering of my album. So that should be coming out in the next couple of days. So I'm super excited about this album because the last albums I made were always teaching. Like I call myself the master teacher. And this is some teaching on this album, but I strategically made this album as old man breezy. Like I'm showing off, like, God damn it, I can sing, I can rap, I can produce, and I'm trying to put out some music that sound like what's on the radio today. I want you to hear this shit and be like, who is that nigga? Old man breezy. So this album is sexy. It's more about me just having fun. And I ain't trying to give no super strong message, nothing like that. So I'm super excited. But outside of my album, what you got going on? I know you got something going on this week.
You know, all week I've been clipping our stuff, man. I've been clipping a lot of Ranting and Raving clips of our last show.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you've been on the channel, but the Ranting and Raving channel has had some views. It's been really nice.
Yeah.
We had one clip go 1,000 views, so it was cool. Our subscribers on our Ranting and Raving YouTube channel is now at 23. So I'm really excited about that. So we're just, I'm just really showing how much we invest in the show and just showing how, we're really giving a different kind of perspective. We don't just sit here in agreement with each other. We give different perspectives. Sometimes we're in disagreement, but either way, we always, share our position on certain things and our experience. And I think that makes our show really dope because we don't really try to cater to one gender or the other, but we just want to show the harmony, the unity. How can we build relationships in a better way?
Yeah. So what we got? What we talking about today?
So I don't know if you remember last week, we were talking about just different relational situations going on in love affairs. And we happened to kind of graze up against how we as women have a tendency to, once we become intimate with our lovers, we oftentimes want to know, what are we now? So you were like, we have got to do a show on that topic. I don't know if you remember you saying that.
Yeah.
But that's what we're going to touch base on today, because I think one of the greatest things about how we kind of end up with topics, we kind of end up just by, flowing and talking. But I think one of the powerful things about that topic alone is a lot of times when we are intimate, we want to know, what are we now? And it's not always on the woman's end. Sometimes men want to know.
Yeah.
And sometimes men want to, get to a different level of what we are now, since we're in this bedroom doing what we do. What does that mean now? So I think it was a great topic, and that's what we're going to talk about today.
I find myself in life, I hate that "what are we" statement, but I've said it in my own way, in a more demonstrative way. My ex-wife, remember I told the story last week. I married her, how I went over there and she washed all my clothes and folded them and hung them up. Yes. And it was like, we had got, smoked and stuff, and I had fell asleep. And when I woke up, everything was done. And I was like, damn, this is cool as shit. And she sat on the bed and I nailed her to the cross again. And I remember saying, don't mess with nobody else. I said it like that. And that was my way of saying, what are we? But it was like me claiming, like, you my chick now. Don't fuck with nobody else.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
what was her response when you said that?
She was like, okay. You know what I'm saying? She was like, I won't. And I don't know if she did or didn't. I just know whenever I have when sex has been a key motivating factor in life, I have said it and made that clear right then. And I think that's kind of what women really saying. What are we? It's like, if the sex was good, it's like, okay, it's her woman's way of saying, how often am I going to be able to see you? I think that's just her way of saying, how often can I see you without being vulnerable? Like, what are we? Because it's like a little jokey term. So what are we now? Right. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's really a woman's way of saying, hey, I like you. That was some good sex. I don't want to be on the other end of the shoe calling you and you can't see me. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. Can I see you twice a week, once a month? Let me know. I think that's where a woman's way of controlling her feelings of rejection, and because that saying is always good when the rabbit got the gun, when the rabbit got the gun. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, I done been on the other end of the stick. Well, I slept with a woman. I was like, whoo, that shit was good. I like her body. I like everything about her. Right. I want to see her again. And she was kind of like, you see me when you see me. And I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
So I know how that feel. And then I might hit her up and she be like, oh, my son got basketball practice. Then I hit her up the next week. And it's like, my daughter got her this. And then you feel like, I ain't gonna keep hitting this joker up, but the shit was so good. You do as a man, you know what I'm saying? To me, I'm gonna keep asking, but you do feel like the weaker link in the situation when you the one, I guess, doing the begging, or the one that's. So I think that what are we is a way of just saying, if a man say we fuck buddies, they know that. If we go together, you my chick now. It's not like you're getting a definitive answer, but it's just like a woman letting you know, look, that was good enough for me to be in your life if you'll have me in whatever capacity. I think that's what I don't think they really want a man to say, shit, we ain't nothing, we just fuck, you know what I'm saying? Or shit, we go together, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how I've always looked at that. But I don't like that statement. I just feel like, just say, hey, that was good. I'm gonna want to see you a lot. I'm gonna see you. So if I turn into a little bugaboo, I'm just letting you know now. You know what I'm saying? I've told women that in my own way. Hey, that pussy was good. Look, I'm gonna be hitting you up. Now. So just so you know, I'm gonna hit you up and see what you're doing.
Right.
Well, that don't hurt to say that, but just saying it lets you know that you're gonna be the one waiting on her. And you ain't got to say so in this matter, and nobody likes how that feel, you know what I'm saying? But 99% of the time, I've been the guy that's kind of like, yo, I'm married or I got a chick. You see me when you see me, I can call you when I want to see you, but you can't. You're not going to see me when you want to see me. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like I've said that to women, like, look, you're not gonna have the access that you want to me, but I'm gonna hit you every time I want to fuck. And I don't mind if you turn me down, but I'm going to hit you.
Right.
But you ain't going to have the access to hit me like that.
Okay, why?
Because the shit wasn't as good, you know what I'm saying? Or just a situation where I know this person like me. They done already been like that before. Remember I told you my pet peeve is that good morning handsome. That good morning. I just, on one of my songs I might put on my album, I just had a lyric. It says, you're texting me good morning way before the crack of dawn. It's like you want to, in your own competition, to be first in my phone. It's like you it's before the crack of dawn, or say, for example, your birthday come. I've had women hit me at 12:01. I just wanted to be the first one to wish you happy birthday. I'm like, bitch, 10 of y'all text me that at 12:01. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's my pet peeve. I just feel like we adults. And like I said, You can't have everything you want all the time. And you can't have me when you want me all the time. But when a woman put me in that position, I feel sad, but I have to live with it. And I live with it. I don't cut no tires. I don't call no husbands. I don't do nothing crazy. I don't make her feel guilty when I see her. Like, oh, I ain't seen you in 6 months. You must be fucking with some other guys. But women will do me like that. Like, oh, I ain't seen you in a minute. You must have replaced me. I'm like, oh, cut that guilty little girl shit out. Just say you miss me. And a lot of times I believe that what are we is to avoid having to make a phone call and get turned down. You know what I'm saying? Like I had this home girl. She asked me, what are we? I looked at my damn phone. I said, shit, it's Monday. You little Black Monday. Like the way this shit fell and my schedule and you a little pretty black motherfucker and this shit fell down on a Monday and my schedule free on Monday and you say you be free on Mondays. Shit, you my little Black Mondays. This shit can go down every Monday when if your cycle ain't on. You know what I'm saying? That's just how honest I am.
Right.
You know, so but then that backfired because after a while, things fizzle down. It's like, well, I thought I was your little Black Monday. I thought I'm like, God damn, I ain't mean for the rest of my motherfucking life.
Right.
But she holding me to that, like, no, you told me I was little Black Monday.
Right.
So that's when I learned to just be like, look, we two adults having fun, and you know how things go. If you meet a guy, you gonna give him most of your attention. For the most part, Carla, I know I'm talking, but I'm just talking. For the most part, this is one thing I will say about women that I appreciate about women. I think women tell lies just like men. I think women cheat just like men. But I think for the most part, when a woman meets somebody, she gonna give it the good old heave ho. She gonna try to do right by it first. That's what I believe. Okay. I ain't saying all women, but what I believe about women, every woman that I have dated, that we was into it, and where I know this motherfucker like me, and I know I like her. There have been a time that I have hit them up and say, hey, what's up? You trying to hang out? And they have said, look, I met somebody. I'm gonna try to do right.
Yep.
And that's one thing I will say that I believe that about women. I believe when a woman meets somebody that she's into, she gonna give it a try to do right. Now, if he fuck up or end up doing some, she might hit me up. But I've had women tell me, look, I'm gonna try to do right. Right. And then I always say, why you gonna try to do right? So it's so funny because it's like, you didn't mind me doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, they be like, and they'll say some shit like, one of my homegirls, I always say homegirls, that's just meant somebody I slept with and we ain't never fall out. And she had hit me not too long ago, just saying hi, blah, 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 blah. And I'm thinking she hit me because she really, like, shit, you got a man now, and you told me the whole I'm gonna try to do right thing. So when she hit me, good morning, how you doing, blah, 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 you was on my mind. I'm thinking she wanna fuck.
Right.
So I go straight to the nasty talk. What's up? She's like, I told you I got a man, I'm gonna try to do right. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you still with that nigga? She was like, yeah. I was like, well, why you texting me fucking good morning and shit? She was like, I was just literally just thinking about you. I said, damn, don't do me like that. You got me thinking you done broke up. You know what I'm saying? And everything. But it was funny because she was like, I'm going to try to do right by him, blah, 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 blah. It wouldn't be fair. So I was like, well, look, just send me a little video. You know what I'm saying? And because I love her about it. I said, just send me a little video. She was like, no, I'm not going to do that because if I sent you a video, you know what I'm saying? He wouldn't like it if I sent you a video. I said, he wouldn't like it. You texting me good morning and let's talk now. So she sent me a little video. She was like, I ain't gonna front. I'm gonna send you the video. You got a point. And 2 days later, she asked me for $120. I think that was a setup.
She set you up.
It was just like, I think the whole good morning and stuff was like a setup, and she didn't want to ask me then because you got to think. She said he wouldn't appreciate me sending you the video. I said he wouldn't appreciate you talking to me. So I know if she'd have asked me for $120, I said, so what? How would the nigga feel you asking me for $120?
What did she say?
Well, she didn't say that. She asked. She didn't say it that day. She asked me 2 days later.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I think
Right.
that day she was hitting me to ask for the money. But we
Oh,
got into the conversation. I straight went to the, well, I want some pussy. She like, damn, I'm telling this nigga no for some pussy. And how I look coming asking for money next, he gonna be like, get your nigga to give you some money. You act like you can't cheat on her. You know what I'm saying? So,
this went into a whole nother avenue. That's hilarious.
but when you really think about it, it's still a part of what are we to each other. It may not have been defined, but we know we cool enough for her to still ask me some money. And I'm cool enough to say, look, well, shit, since you're trying to be faithful by your dude, at least send me some little videos. You know what I'm saying? And she sent them. Okay. You know, so I don't know what to say we are.
Did you send the money?
Hell no. My wife would have killed my black ass. My wife be like, you ain't playing with no money, nigga. You let these hoes know. You ain't playing with no money. You know, because my money, remember I told you.
Oh my God, I love Chris. Oh my God. She's a
our
G.
Money connected. So
I know, but she's a G though. I love her.
She could do something with the money, and I don't know what go on. But if I spend money, she gonna know it. Right. You see what I'm saying? Because she got all the accounts and looking at shit. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? So if I'd have sent that $120, my wife would have been like, where that shit come from out the cash app? And it was been nowhere I could have lied about it, because I ain't no liars. I'm like, I sent it to the girl, you know what I'm saying? But if my wife ain't having that shit, like, what the fuck is you giving women money for? Women like you, because you handsome, nigga. You ain't giving no woman no damn money.
Love her. Just love Chris. That's how you gotta do it.
She ain't having that shit, or even a date. You know, if one of my homegirls or that know my wife, that they might be like, Chris, I'm coming to town. I'm taking Javon to dinner. I'm paying. They be like, I'm paying.
Let me tell you something. Chris is a G for real, on a whole different level. She's a G all the way.
I mean, it just makes sense to me, like in real life, because it's like the way men be out here, as my granddaddy said, lollygagging. Think about how much money you would spend if I couldn't be honest with a woman. That's the thing I love about my life. Honesty begets honesty, and it begets more honesty. You see what I'm saying? So I don't never have to hot dog for no woman. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, like some men hot dog for women. You know, let me buy you some. Let me get you some. I don't take you out. I could meet a woman that's very beautiful, and I could be talking to her. And once I tell them I'm married, if you still talk to me, you gain.
Right.
If you still talk to me.
Right.
So I lead with the marriage up front.
Absolutely.
If you say you don't deal with married men, okay.
Right.
I know married men that'll lie to a woman, deny his wife and children for a stranger. That's crazy to me.
I know.
I'm scared to do shit like that. You know how people say, why you can't come to work today? Motherfucker might be like, my daughter's sick. I ain't gonna say no shit like that, because I believe in the power of the tongue and the law of attraction. So I'm gonna say, I ain't coming to work. Why? What you mean? I got sick days, motherfucker. I'm taking a sick day.
Right.
I take what the fuck out. You ain't got nothing to do with why I ain't coming to work. So I'm never gonna lie. Right. So when I say I'm married, if they still talk to me, then they like that interested in me. So then when they get into what you want to do or how we hang out, I can always say, oh, I'm married with a daughter, man. I don't waste no money.
Right.
And then they in their mind, they'll say some shit like, damn, nigga, I gotta pay to go out with you. I'll be like, yeah, I'm married. My wife ain't gonna have that shit.
Absolutely.
And then if they still like you, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't have to do a lot of lollygagging. Niggas have to do a lot of lollygagging by lie. I don't understand what's wrong with a man telling a woman straight up. This is what I tell my sons. Tell a woman how much money you got to spend on a date. Tell her, hey, I got a $150. How you want to spend this?
Right.
Let her decide. That way, if y'all go to a damn Golden Corral, she can say, let's go eat cheap, but let's go get some expensive drinks from somewhere.
Right.
Or she can say, but what's wrong with telling a person up front, I ain't finna spend $300-400 on no dates.
This is the budget, right?
Yeah, so many men are scared and be hot dogging for women and are getting going to over their budget. It's like, I'm not finna spend $300 to get to know you. We've been fucking talking on the phone. This is just a preliminary, meaning we finna go out to make you feel good about fucking.
Right.
That's what we finna do. You finna give me some
Right.
pussy, and
Right.
you want to go out first to make it feel like it was a thing.
Right. 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 Exactly. Is it?
It's finna be a thing, but
That's what I'm saying.
you see
Right.
what I'm
So
saying? But like you said, it's all back to what we call it, what we got. Is this a thing? Is this a fling? Let me get your take on why do women say that, and what does it really mean? Because I've been talking a lot. I just have my perceptions on it. But where's that coming from?
well, I think it depends on a woman's season in life, where she's at as far as psychologically and what she's trying to do. If she's in her prime, we'll just say she's in her prime and she's wanting to have a relationship with someone she's sexually compatible with, she might be, just feeling like, ooh, I this is a man I won't tire of. I won't get exhausted by this sexual energy he and I exchange because we're pretty much sexually compatible. So for me, in that time frame of my life, I just say in my prime, if I'm asking you what are we now, it's because you pretty much made the sexual energy exchange worthy for me to ask that.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, if I'm not asking that question, then you really didn't meet the threshold of my desire on that level. I'm not really feeling you like that. I mean, we may or may not meet again, but you're not that to me. You
Okay,
may
so
be,
we
you may
similar.
be, yeah, you might be somebody we spending time with, but you're not someone I want to invest my time in. See, the most valuable part that I told you a couple times, the most valuable asset as a woman is not my body, it's not my, my JJ. That's not the most valuable part of me. The most valuable part of me is my time.
Mm-hmm.
So if I gift you access to me and you have my time, and then those other things like my body, my vajayjay, whatever I got to gift you from that time that we spend together, then that's an asset. But if we just had an encounter and we just exchanged some energy, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're a man that I'm going to ask you, what are we now? Because now I'm at a point in my prime where I'm looking to duplicate. I'm
Mm-hmm.
looking to procreate. And if I see you as a man that I would like to procreate with, that means I want to duplicate you and I together.
Yeah, because like you're saying the same thing. I feel like because in translation, when I hear "what are we," it's like I hear, "Will you be my boyfriend?"
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what I hear. Will you be
Right.
my boyfriend? It's like it's. Remember, I said it's a. I believe it's a woman's way of being vulnerable without. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
saying, "Hey, big head." You know what I'm saying? If you ain't, it's like texting somebody, "Hey, big head," or
Right.
or they got this thing with the emojis now. There's this monkey that be covering his face.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a
Yeah,
woman
that
seeing
part.
you the monkey with his
Yep.
hands. That's like her saying, I I know I might have told this story, but it's relevant for now because it's like,
Mhm.
what are we? When you
Right.
know what you are and you define lines, you can say, hey, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. This is the deal. What's
Right.
going on? But it's like when those lines are blurred,
Right.
she was sending me the monkey with the face, and I'm like, I don't know what no fucking emojis mean. You know what I'm saying? And so
You're
every
so
time she sent, I finally hit her up. I was like, yo, what's good? You trying to link? She was like, nigga, I ain't nobody got no time for you. And I'm like, what you mean? She's like, nigga, I've been trying to link with you. So you ain't been fucking trying to link with. She's like, what? I've been texting you. I said, you been texting me a fucking monkey. And she was like, you don't know what that mean? Oh, I forgot you hate emojis so much. I'm like, what the fuck does the monkey mean? And so she was like, I'm shy. And then she was like, just Google it. So I Googled what the monkey mean. And they say they got these monkeys, see no evil,
hmm
hear no evil, speak no evil.
right.
That's what they said. So I call her back. I said, what the fuck you mean, see no evil? And
hmm
she was like, that ain't what the monkey mean. I said, yes, it's three monkeys. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak. She was like, no, the monkey with his hands over his eyes mean because have
It means what?
sex, but I don't want to say it. Like, how the fuck would I know that that's what that emoji means? But I've gotten it since then. It's like, how do women agree upon this shit? You know
I
what I'm
don't
saying?
know. That's something I haven't used, nor did I know anything about. But again, these are the things that you learn as we grow. As we grow into this show, I learn a lot about a lot of the silly different things that women are doing that I didn't know anything about. We didn't have emojis when I was in Prime. When I
Yeah.
was when I was doing my thing, I didn't use emojis to try to get it in. I was just, I was just me. I would go down to what was it called? What was that one? The red zone, and be at the club, and then I would be sitting there with my legs crossed and sipping on wine and just giving off my energy to have men approach. And I knew how to do it. Like I told you, I had a whole system going. I had my girls with me. We wouldn't leave. If we come together, we leave together. I had all that stuff in place. So
Let me ask
I
you a
didn't.
question.
What?
How do you, like you said, that's when you was in your prime. When you was in your prime, uh and even now, like when you wanna see your man, but you want to see him for sex, how do you say that? How do you text? How do you communicate that as a woman?
I don't, because I never say no. So I
No, I'm
always
saying,
no.
what if, no, I'm talking about, if he's somewhere, or y'all ain't seen each other in a couple of days, and you want to do it, how do you text him, hey, come blow me out? Like, how do you make that happen? Curious to see,
I
what do you
don't,
say?
because I say I'm always ready. So it's on him. I don't even be in pursuit of it, cuz now I set the tone like this. If I want it, it's all the time. I don't have no downtime.
So
So I'm always
basically,
ready.
a man know. So
Yeah.
basically, a man that you dealing with
Yep.
basically know,
Yes.
she wants to fuck. All I gotta
Yep.
do is go over there.
Yep.
But
Exactly.
so what I'm saying is, but
So I'm
there's
always ready.
so I'm saying there's times where, I guess, if you always ready, you always ready. I'm just saying there's got to be a situation where your dude might have got off work, and he might have, and you had to say, hey, come get me now. Like, come on now, you don't never say, come fuck me. Like,
Promise you, no, I don't. Cuz he knows.
okay,
I've
so
already
so that's
established it
now. So
early
back
on.
in your prime, I'm curious to say, in your
Okay, in my
prime, when you
prime,
wanted a guy that you was messing with, how do you say, hey, come get me? Like,
I would call him and tell him,
mm,
"Hey, it's time to get that in." So I would call him and tell him, "Yeah, it's time.
and that's
It's
how you would
what it
say it.
is.
It's time to get that
Time
in.
to get that in." You already know what that means.
Yeah.
Matter of
Okay.
fact, I told you, and remember, I told you when I was in the prime time, it was like there was no leaning back or leaning up. It was just, hey, this is what it is. So I'm ready. When are you?
Okay. So yeah,
But
that's
now
that's
currently,
let the man
but
know
I
he
set
got
the tone.
access.
But I set the tone on this because I remember I told you last week I have a heavy, huge sexual appetite. So I don't that doesn't waver. That doesn't change. It's always that. It's always on. Always. It's not on and off. It's just always there. So for me, I don't have off times or down times. It's always like this. I'm not in pursuit of it, because I'll get it when it's ready and when he's on.
So
It's like
it's
ready.
almost like you ain't even gonna get no halfway dick. It's like you ain't trying to get his engine started. When he
Nope.
show up ready to fuck, that's when you want it. Because
It's
you want it
on
all the time,
all the
but
time.
you want it when you know he want it.
And
Miss
what's so
Carla, let me
funny,
ask you something,
what's
because
so funny, I think my bio mother was like this. So it's just crazy. I think we
but
just have a heavy. Yeah.
to me as a man, I'm gonna tell you how that would make me feel, right?
Okay, I'm all ears.
All right. That would make me feel not wanted at some times. Like, say, for example,
Hmm.
I've been on some bitch shit before with my wife, or felt feminine, or
Hmm.
whatever you want to call it, where I was like, you never want me. You want me, but you don't want to show me you want me, or you don't want to ask or get rejected. So, say, for example, that means it's almost like, to me, it's a mode of protecting yourself from getting turned down. Or, say, for example, that means, because I can't say what it means, but what I'm hearing
Hmm.
is that man is mostly going to initiate it, because you don't want no play dick. So he going to have to initiate when he really ready to rock and roll. So
Hmm.
you getting the full, he wants some pussy every time that he wants some pussy.
That's
So he
that's
never,
to my advantage.
Exactly. So that's kind of like that man never get the opportunity to just be sitting on the couch and you got them start purring on him like, you know.
Oh no! If he's here, it's a whole different animal. Because now I'll tell you this: this is some sexy shit. Y'all men are sexy as hell. One thing that happened one time is he hit me up and was like, "Hey, I'm gonna make you something to eat," and I was like, "Okay." Why was he in his boxer briefs making and cooking for me? Now, let
Mhm.
me explain something to you about that. I'm like, if you don't understand how powerful y'all men look in just being in y'all stuff and not really trying to be, not going out and dressing up and cleaning up, but just on some sexy shit like that, that stayed on my mind for I don't know weeks. Even when I think about it, I'm like, that was some sexy shit. So then I will say to him, like, hey, you remember when you was in them boxer briefs? You are so lucky that day I had to go and pick my son up because otherwise I would still be over there. That was so sexy to me, but it wasn't from something cued in. I'm always ready, but that particular situation was sexy because it wasn't like he was doing something for me, but it was something that was more sexy because he was just not
In this
trying to be.
element, he was just in it. Yeah, I think men
Yes,
look at women the same way. Like when I see
that is some
a
sexy shit.
woman just with a t-shirt on, cleaning up, you know what I'm saying, doing stuff where
Yeah.
where they not trying, you know
Yes,
what I'm saying. So yeah,
yes.
I definitely get it.
Now
But back
that'll
to what
turn
I
me
was
on.
saying, what I
Yes,
was saying was the way it seemed like is he has to make the move. So it would seem like he never feels. I'm not saying never feel wanted because he know when he touch you, if you
it's a
go there,
wrap.
y'all going there. So
Right.
what I'm saying is, it's just like it just seems like you're saying you're never the one that initiates it.
Well, I'll put it this way: I do initiate, but what I do is I'll do it in a more. It won't be me calling you saying I want the D. It'll be more like, you remember when you did this? Well, I would like you to come. Matter of fact, this is an initiation I just did a couple days ago. He was over here. I'm like, he's like, well, I gotta do this or I gotta do that, and I was like, you're gonna sit down and you're gonna get this foot scrub. He just looked at me like, but he just looked at me like, okay. So that was an initiation in that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I did his whole feed, and then I was like,
It's
yeah.
still
So,
it's still the game, Carla. Though
but
I'm still hearing game. I'm serious. I'm just being
it's
real
so
with you.
funny because men tell me that men tell me this all the time. They're like, you are for a woman version of men, and
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's why I
what do
say I'm
you
hearing
mean?
game because what he heard was when you say you're gonna sit down and get this foot scrub, he like,
Yeah.
okay, you ain't gonna let me leave right now. You
And
want to
he ended
scrub
up
my
that he
feet.
didn't go home till
Yeah,
the
that's what
next
I'm saying.
day.
You ain't gonna let me leave. You gonna
Nope.
scrub my feet. What nigga gonna turn down a foot scrub?
I
But
don't
he
know.
actually know that that's saying it's some pussy be coming behind this foot scrub. Like I'm
Yeah, it
offering
was
you
a
this
lot.
foot scrub
It
to
was
fuck me.
yep.
So
It
that's
was
what
a
I'm
lot.
saying. It's
Yes.
still what I see as game. Like if me and you were dating, I would say to you, hey,
Mhm.
you gonna ask me for some dick one day, goddamn it. You ain't gonna keep gaming me and massaging me until or rubbing up on. No, you gonna. I'm the type of man that I need to know definitively at
Mhm.
times, like just for my ego and just for fun. You know what I'm saying? I tell women, hey, listen, I'm not going to initiate every time.
Mm.
You're going to let me know, and you're going to be a grown. You ain't going to be a cat purring on me. You're going to say the thing I need to hear. Like, say for example, if a woman say, "I need some of that dick," or "Come blow
Mhm.
my back out," that
Mhm.
do something for us. So
Well,
for the
it
most
depends on
part,
the dude.
women
But
be
see, again, you would initiate that because you would tell me. I don't know what you want.
no. What I'm saying is the way you're saying it. You're a hot and ready baked oven,
Always,
always ready. So
always.
when you have sex, it's because that man wants some. It's
No, I
not.
always want it.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's not like you're making it clear you want it. You're saying you're gonna sit and get this foot rub. You're gonna get this foot rub, and then the nigga know. I'm just talking about. Tell me. I give you a perfect example of what I mean. I'm juxtaposing two things so you
Okay.
can see what I mean.
Mm,
Uh, did I forget my example?
I don't
Okay,
know.
say for example,
Okay.
uh, yeah, it's just I need you to tell me.
Mm,
Or say for example, I know when a woman coming. I can tell when a woman coming. When I'm inside her, I can tell what her vagina doing.
And how do
So,
you tell?
well, for me, I could tell it seemed like you can watch her body, but
Mm-hmm.
then when that motherfucking pussy will open up so goddamn big and you fall down in that motherfucker, and then it start gripping and pushing you out of it, and it's like you just sucked me in this motherfucker. Now you trying to push. So it's like in my way, in my mind, I can tell when a woman come. A woman can't fool me. I've had sex with women and they've moaned like a motherfucker, did all that shit. And when it was over, I never asked a woman, did they come? Because I think that's corny to ask a
Right.
woman, did they come? Because a woman like, nigga, you should know if I came. But I've had women say, ooh, that was so good, and I was like, yeah, but you didn't come. And
And
they
then
was
what
like,
did
how
she?
you?
What did she
And
say?
she said, how you know? I said, I can tell when pussy come. Like, just because you didn't come don't mean we didn't have good sex. But
Do
you
you
didn't
do
come
you
for
know
your
that a lot of
own.
women don't know if they did or not?
Uh,
A lot of
I,
women don't know. You probably know better than them.
you know what's crazy? I have had many women tell me this, and I
What?
know for sure. I would almost go out on a ledge. Remember,
Okay.
I asked the question. I said, how many truly good sex partners have you really had?
Yes, we
And
talked.
most people say 2 or 3. Now, real talk, real talk. I'm not saying I'm the guru of love or guru of sex or anything. I'm
Right.
simply saying this. I
Mm-hmm.
have had so many encounters where women tell me I was the first man to make them come.
Why?
And and
Did they know why?
well, I don't this let me finish what I'm saying.
Okay.
I don't know if they knew why or not, but I knew they came. I don't know if they were lying saying I was the first person to make them come,
Right.
but I knew they came. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going out to say this. Uh I think most women don't come during sex, just based on my interactions with women and them telling me, you know what I'm saying, how good I was to them or whatever. And them, I guess them being honest, it's almost like women walking around really like 80% of women not coming,
They're not.
according to, you know what I'm saying? That's how that's what I'm gathering.
That's facts.
Yeah. So
Absolute facts. Yes.
but the point I was making was, even though I can tell when a woman coming,
Mm-hmm.
every now and then I might say, tell me when you bust that fucking nut, just because I want to hear it audibly and feel what's happening with my dick at the same time.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Because
Yep.
sometimes women, and
Mm-hmm.
this is what I've learned with black women, Uh sometimes black women will hold back. Like, say for example, I think there's a schism between black men and women due to surviving together and
Okay.
having to survive. Like, it's so hard for us to survive.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we be angry at each other or pointing the blame. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I know that I have had sex for the most part. When I say with black women, when they come,
Mm-hmm.
I can tell when they coming, but they don't really let you know. It's almost like, I don't want you to know you got me, nigga. I don't want you to know how good that dick is, because I know you will try to use it against me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I've had sex and I'm like, I know this woman and came 3-4 fucking times. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? And when the sex is over, it's like they moan, but there was no verbal talking.
Mm.
Like I gotta keep this wall up because I know you in this pussy and you know what you're doing and you see what my body doing, but I can't say it verbally because then you got some over my head. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? Whereas the other women I've slept with other races, they
Mm-hmm.
more just telling you, like, they fuck me, thank you, I appreciate this dick. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
on the flip side,
Mm-hmm.
I know as a black man,
Mm-hmm.
when some pussy is real good to me, I don't do a whole lot of talking and saying something because I feel vulnerable too. So that's what I'm saying. I think it's a thing that make us not, you know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like, if
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a, like, when I'm having sex, you're not gonna hear me say nothing until I come. You might hear, when I come, some, oh yeah, that felt good. Or
Mm-hmm.
in between. Now, if I'm trying to be with you, I'm gonna talk to you. Because talking to a woman during sex, if you saying the right things and you like, well, I'm finna do this. Now look, watch this. I'm finna push this dick real slow to the bottom. I want you to feel that motherfucking inch in that vein. That shit drive women crazy when you talk to them like that.
Well,
So
because it's audio.
yeah, that's why I said I do that trying to be with a woman.
Right.
But if I'm not trying to be with a woman, I ain't really saying nothing. Cause it's like I don't want her to know that she got me. Sometimes each stroke in that pussy be so good. You be like, oh God, I'm gonna come. And you be like, I don't want to tell her. I don't want her to know that she got this power over me.
Right.
And I think we have that toward each other as black men and black women. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You said something powerful, and I don't want to forget what you said. You
Go
asked
ahead.
earlier, you said, is it a situation where you feel like you're more vulnerable if you say that you want it? Of course. And most of us women don't know about our orgasmic space. We don't know what it feels like as a woman to have orgasm during penetration. This is why, this is a hidden secret, but I'm going to just give it to you raw today because I'm in the mood. This is why most women are into oral more than they're into penetration, because of the clitoral stimulation. But most women don't realize that when they really start to advance their mind beyond just the rhythm of the, I would say, pulsation of the clitoris being stimulated, and they start to realize that you can orgasm from the entry and exit of the man's penis. You can actually become orgasmic from that without any clitoral stimulation. Then they start to realize, oh, so I can have an orgasm. A woman can have an orgasm 4 different ways. But if you don't research, if you don't study nothing, you don't know this. So women can have orgasm through nipple stimulation, clitoral stimulation, penetration, of course, and then they can also have it when they are actually having the penetration inside and out. But a lot of women don't know all of that because they haven't studied anything. For me personally, I've been studying about sexual energy exchange since 17. So I studied how to become not just orgasmic, multi orgasmic, not just from every lover's different. So some lovers are going to do this, some lovers are going to do that, other lovers are going to do this. But when you start to learning your body, your personal body and your stimulation on your own, you start to realizing, you know what? I can get orgasmic through different ways. It's not
Yeah.
always one or the other. So now any man can be more enjoyed because he's not having to do all this work to make you be excited to be with him.
Yeah.
Because now when you're intimate, he's able to just come with what he's coming with, and then you two can regulate through exchanging and actually embracing and getting to know what moves you. Because every man doesn't rise to just anything. Some men become more I should say aroused when he sees. Some men get aroused by what he hears. Some men get aroused by what you do. So it's all different kind of stimulations that we don't really sit down and focus on. We only think if I put it in you, you're gonna love it. It's like, well, that's not necessarily true. I might need you to say something first.
You said something earlier that was so amazing to me. I always have this inner debate with my head, or just talking to people or talking to my gay friends. I'd be like, you know, it's crazy to me. You said something. You said just a man in his boxes cooking. You know what I'm saying?
Lord have mercy.
How we look to y'all. But then I always say, ain't no way on God's green earth, y'all, we can look as good to y'all as y'all motherfucking look.
Oh no, you can't.
I'm telling you, I didn't had this debate with women. Let me tell you something. Now, and I joke all the time, and I have this debate with women. One of my favorite things to do is just sit there, smoke a joint, and have a glass of wine with a woman naked with her legs open, and we talk. And I guess it's different for me because I'm not gay. I'm a man. Right. I don't think our dick going from little to rising strong is as exciting or as a phenomenal thing as a woman sitting there talking to you and you can see her pussy pulsing and that motherfucker start leaking, and you can see that motherfucker get the leaking. I don't think a dick getting hard compared to that. But in your mind, you probably no, boy, they're watching that dick grow. It's
Well, because well, I'll put it this way: what is more moving for me on my end as a woman? What I get more moved by is just the whole aura of the man. So first of all, I have to be attracted to his face. If he's handsome or not?
Yeah,
So that's first. Now, after, of course, most men that I even engage with have to be handsome anyway. That's just me. But then if I'm looking and I see his shoulders or the muscles or the his butt or whatever, or just the boxer, him in his boxer briefs, and just the bulge alone is enough to make me just be like, yes, Lord.
So
Yes.
let me ask you this. This is debate. This is
handsome.
saying. So you think it's more miraculous? I'm asking you some real shit. Is it more of a, do you think when God, let's say God made us, was putting his penmanship on us or she was making us, do you think that the dick going from, because I always say I'm a grower, not a shower. I always say that, you know what I'm saying? And I used to be embarrassed because of that, but as I got into my older age, I walk around naked first.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, because I love for them to see that motherfucker go, when I see their face and be like, this tall nigga got a little dick. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And then all of a sudden they say, how the fuck did that motherfucker go from that to that? You know what I'm saying? Yep. But the point I'm making is, when God or goddess was making us,
yes,
what do you think it was harder or the more complex thought went into? That motherfucking flower opening up, dripping like juices coming out of this motherfucker, or the meat rising? I just think as a man, like, how can you not? I'll give you a perfect example of what you just said. You said, I got to look at his face. He got to be handsome, right?
Lord Jesus,
Let me tell you something. I have seen women that repulse me, ugliness. Like, this bitch ugly. But her body was pretty enough for me to look at that pussy. I have never seen an ugly pussy. They all so miraculous. They look so beautiful. The things
that's hilarious.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, just to be able to take that in and out, and just what it does. Some of them squirt, some of them be clear, some of them be opaque, some of them cream, slimy cream. It's like they do so much. Like a dick can't do all that. It's just a dick standing there. A dick can't do all that, man.
But you keep forgetting.
It's a bad motherfucker, boy.
What you keep forgetting is when the god or goddess created it's the same thing. It's just,
it's just the reverse.
Inside out. It's just inside out.
But that inside one is so much better.
But understand though, our clitoris is our version of the penis.
That's y'all dick.
Yes, so we do erect just like men do.
That's what I'm talking about. I ain't even getting to that. I was just talking about the pussy hole. It's like just sitting there talking to a woman, right? And y'all having a drink and y'all talking. And you know, a woman in her mode, she trying to be calm and cute. But I'm looking down between your legs and I see your pussy hole and your asshole both queefing at the same time. You can't hide that, baby. You can't hide that. You leaking right there in front of me. You can't hide that. And I know you in your mode and you hitting your little joint and having your little mascara, but I'm watching you down there throb and leak.
So it looks like to me you are into that.
Yeah. I don't watch no porn but women masturbating themselves. I don't like no kind of porn. Only women masturbating themselves.
Why?
Hairy pussy. Because that's what I like.
Okay.
I love a woman's vagina. There's nothing prettier than a woman's vagina and her playing with that motherfucker herself and seeing how her face and eyes and how her body moves to playing with. I don't need to see no man fuck no woman or no woman on no woman. All I watch is women. I type that shit in. Black woman, hairy pussy, masturbation. I'm typing the same thing in. You know what I'm saying? And on days that I'm feeling different, I might type white woman, Asian. But hair, playing with her shit. That's what I love. It's
Gotcha.
like there's no way. I'm like, how can a man look up and say he don't like how that look? It's
Well, I
got to
think
be a mental illness.
I think it depends on everybody has their own thing. Like I said, I have had, I do energy body work. So I've had a series of different gentlemen on my table in many different ways. Now, because I'm very professional, I know that some will just take everything off. It's no hiding. He's all in his understanding of himself. He don't try to hide or nothing, just laying on the table. And I'm thinking, good God, Lord have mercy.
Yeah,
This
I couldn't do that for women. I'd have been and lost my job. They were like, he was massaging me. He was massaging me and he was doing very professional. All of a sudden I looked
and
down,
I
this nigga
always
was
cover them.
sucking my
I
pussy.
always, I always, I always cover them. Only one time was I in a session where a gentleman literally just shot himself up because he felt the erection coming. It did. I didn't see anything, but he
Mhm.
felt himself like he was like, like, hold up a minute. I was like, okay, it's fine, and it just nothing. It was nothing because
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
so,
feel ashamed. I don't feel
I'm
ashamed to
so.
get hard. I get hard on the female doctor every time, and I used to be
Yeah, but I'm
embarrassed
saying
by it.
he didn't want that to happen. I think because of the professionalism.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm
I
telling you though
definitely.
is the man's bodies, and I think because of doing the energy body work, I have a different type of appreciation for men's bodies because I have all shapes and sizes of men that come and get body work. So there's a different type of appreciation for just the masculine alone, not based upon just that, but just his whole entire body. There's a beauty of it as a woman,
I
and
really
we're
think.
and I've learned to even appreciate it more since I do body work. And it's
I
like,
really think.
okay,
I'm
this
sorry.
is different. No, I was like, this is different because I'm learning how different men have different, you know, they're just different. Every man's different.
So let me ask you this. Okay, say for example, they said men be thinking with the wrong head, right?
Yeah,
Right.
right.
Now, a man coming to you get body work, right? He's
Mhm.
coming in. He want to be professional. He don't want to be a dweeb getting hard on the table pre-coming and shit like that. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, right.
But peep this. I don't think women realize blood has to go. How much blood do you think they take to get a dick that big? A pint, a liter? You see what I'm saying?
I never even thought of that. I
Yeah,
don't know. Right.
that's why I'm telling you. That's why I'm saying this to you that women don't be understanding the
No,
plight we deal with. Think
no.
about this.
Okay.
Where did that blood come from? Was it from my brain, my heart, my lungs? My body just walking around right now flowing with blood, right?
Right, right, right.
Right? And
Yes.
let's say I got 10 gallons of blood in me.
Right.
Let's say that's that. We being facetious, but let's think about it.
Right.
I
Exactly.
got 10 gallons of blood in me to sit
Yes.
here and live. And I'm
Right.
living off 10 gallons of blood.
Right.
I lay on your table,
Mm-hmm.
a gallon of blood go to my dick.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, watch this. Where did it come from? Probably did come from my brain. Because my brain don't want to lay here and get hard like a dweeb pervert on the table.
Right. That part.
Think about it, Carla.
I know.
Our brain ain't working the same.
No, it's not.
For us to have to get it's different for
Mm-hmm. We lost you. You still there? Well, since he's in a pause there, well, I'm assuming he was trying to express how it's a difference for men, um, and their functioning erectile space when they're not trying to go to that space. But again, it comes to a point where, as a energy body worker, and having different men on the table, it could be challenging because I have to make sure to um, be mindful of that. But at the end of the day, the professionalism helps a lot, and usually when doing energy body work, I'm having to focus on um, different parts of the body that is in pain. 9 times out of 10, they're coming to me for arthritis. They're coming to me for pain in the neck, pain in the lower back. They're having ankle pain, or their knees are sore, or they're needing a whole body reset. So while it can be a challenge with trying to um, keep the energetics focus more on healing than not, then it helps me to make sure to restore that without the man feeling uncomfortable. So go ahead, Jamal, you can finish what you were saying.
I don't know why that did that last week too. I don't know like I got a whole new internet booster thing I bought.
Oh,
But
maybe that's
yeah,
what.
like say for example, what I was saying was that blood has to come from somewhere. You
Right,
know what I'm saying? And so it's a situation where a man can force himself upon a woman, put some spit on it, force it in. You
right.
can't do that to me. When that thing flaccid and I don't want nothing to happen, ain't nothing gonna happen.
Really.
So
So
when you
so even if it's a woman you're not into, you won't rise to her.
if it's, that's the point I'm making. If it's a woman I'm not into, I won't rise for her. If a
Really,
woman came in and put a gun in my head and said, I'm gonna rape you, nigga, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be able to rise.
really. That's interesting.
Nah.
That's what that. But that's interesting because all people, or at least I would say the common thinking is that men will rise to just a brush of a woman.
No,
Period. That's
no,
not true. See, so
that's
you
not
just gave
true.
a very good.
Yeah, I know. That's why women are saying, man, I hit anything. No, no, no. No, a man
Right,
got to get aroused. There are times that a man want to be aroused and this shit
right,
won't move.
right.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, and I have come to talking to a couple of gentlemen that have informed me that if the woman isn't signaling, he can't rise to her either. So, in other words, a lot of these gentlemen that think they have erectile dysfunction and
No,
they
they're just dealing
feel
with a woman that
they're
don't want to
dealing
do
with,
nothing.
well, it's dealing with a woman that's not signaling. So,
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean
yeah.
by signaling is we as women have the sensuality, we have the sexy, we have what that man wants, as we talked about earlier, what she says, what she looks like. You might get moved by a woman that has panties, boy shorts on versus a woman in a thong.
Mm-hmm.
That woman doesn't know that. She's walking around thinking, "Why I got a thong on? He ain't even, he ain't even trying to
Mm-hmm.
get with me."
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, if you put them boy shorts on, now you're talking about a man rising. Well, you have a different taste.
Yeah.
She doesn't know that. She's walking around in a thong and be like, "Babe, can you wear some boy shorts?" And you go and buy her some. Like, what are these? Like, what is this about? Like, I just
Like
like
this is what I
those.
like.
Right. So now you have just conferred and concurred. Well, you actually admitted that actually men are just as the same as we are.
It's
You
more
guys
mental
just
with
your
men.
stuff is just it's been exploited. We've
It's
exploited men.
more mental with men.
I know,
It's
but
way
we've
more mental
exploited
with
it though.
women
We've
think it's yeah,
exploited it.
exactly,
We've
exactly.
exploited it. We've
Yeah,
exploited
it's like
men.
yeah, it's you can be nervous
Right.
about a woman. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? About performance anxiety.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
But
that
we've
that I've had
exploited it.
that before. Like performance anxiety. Like I was hard in the car.
Right.
I was hard when you was touching on me.
Right, right,
And
right.
then when I felt how wet that thing was, and you
Yeah.
didn't said a little slick shit to me, like, boy, I've
Right.
been waiting, want to give you this pussy so long, and I
Mhm.
know what you gonna do to me, and I want you to, and I'm like, damn, bitch, like you
Then you
said
go
everything I had planned. Now I'm nervous.
now. Now the performance is
Yeah.
due.
She like she's bitch been in touch. She like, I want you to slut me out. I want you to rough me up. I'm like,
Right.
damn.
Really, really,
I was gonna
really.
rough you up, but now I'm nervous.
Now I can't do
You
anything.
got me thinking my roughing ain't your roughing.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But it has been across the board where people automatically think that men just rise to
Yeah,
anything.
just wind blowing it.
But isn't it true? Isn't it true that certain women will get you even when she might not be the woman that you want to be with, but she's a woman that could just, it doesn't take much for her. And then it might take, I don't know, a long time, or even I mean, a lot to really, even say, for instance, you're a man to service a woman and she really doesn't have what you need, but she's like, please, Javon, I just need you to come over here and take care of me because I just became a widow, or I don't, my dude's gonna be out of state for 3 months, so I need you to come over here and take care of this for me, please. And you're like, but she's not really my taste for real.
Mm-hmm.
Is that going to be harder for you to come to that rise to really hit her off, or because it's business related and you're just like, okay, I'll take care of it, but this is about business? What does that do to a man too?
I think for me, for the most part, there are women that I feel like, men have women that this lady asked, they said, how do you know you love a person? I said, if the pussy mid and you still be with her. So there are
Oh yeah, you
situations,
did mention that before.
there
Yeah.
are situations in my life in the past and even now where I might have to fuck a chick that I'm cool with just because she cook good and give good massages. That pussy trash. But I do it because I can get up for her because I know how much she like me. But the pussy trash. You know what I'm
Really?
saying?
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you
yeah,
can do
yeah, yeah.
that's what I was asking. Can
It's
you
like,
do
yeah, that duty,
okay.
that duty thing. It's because I know I'm gonna get something back. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? Like,
Right.
it's one thing to get a massage, and then it's one thing to have a woman that wants to do. There are some women that want to do every fucking thing you ask, and they don't get tired. Like they don't like they mission is like, look, I know you are be stressed. I massage your fucking fingertips.
Yes,
It's
absolutely.
like they take such good care of me.
Yes.
And for some reason, those women pussy always be trash.
Why? Why do
I
you
don't
think?
know. It seemed like maybe they do all the extra because they know they pussy trash. You say, for example, as a woman, let me ask you this. As a woman, I can see as a man where my stamina may not be the same when I was young, right?
Right.
Younger. I
Right.
could see as a man having sex. There are times that I be like, hey, okay, shit, I'm gonna chill for a second. And the woman say, well, you ain't came yet. And I said, cause I'm tired. I'm gonna sit down, I'm a motherfucker chill. We gonna smoke again or drink. We can watch a movie, and I'm gonna fuck again in about 30 minutes or an hour. We'll fuck again in the morning. I ain't gotta come. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Whereas when I was younger, I'm like, I got to fuck till I get the nut. I don't care how tired I get, how sweaty I am, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's a situation where when a woman look at her body, I don't know, do y'all go through this where y'all say, my shit just ain't getting wet like it used to? Or the consistency ain't the same. The viscosity ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? It's like, do y'all go through that phase? I mean, because let women tell it, I get better the older I get. How the fuck is that possible?
Well,
That's just less estrogen. How the fuck is that possible, ma'am?
I mean, we can. I don't know if men realize it, but we can definitely inflate our ego to tell men what it sounds good to make a man still kind of want to try it and feel like, oh, she she got some good or whatever. But the truth of the matter is, I think we go through waves just like y'all do. I
Mhm.
think that we have our time where we're not as our elasticity isn't as good, so we're not really as engaging. But where I think we can kind of change is we can tap into emotion.
Mhm.
So into
Yeah,
one
y'all like Pavlov. You can goddamn get y'all engine going and get
yes,
y'all there.
through
Yeah,
emotion, through
yeah,
emotion, and
yeah.
we can go into fantasy to where we could take ourselves to a different elasticity or even to a different type of orgasmic space,
Mhm.
because every orgasm isn't created equal. There's been orgasms that you have that I don't know if men have this too, but your gyrations or the pulsations that you're having is out of sync with the heartbeat. So that'll throw everything off. And you're like, man, that didn't come out right. That
Yeah,
didn't
I call
come
it
out.
missing a nut.
Yes. And you're like,
I
what
call it
is this?
missing. You nut, but you
What is
missed that full feeling of that
yes.
nut.
Right.
Yeah.
And we have the same thing. So again,
Wow, I
we have the
never knew
same
that for
thing.
women.
Pardon?
I never knew women did that. I know women could be like, I'm finna come, and I didn't, but I didn't know women get that, what I call a missing nut. It's an
Yes.
orgasm, but
Orgasm.
it like I never thought about it. What you
The
said,
heartbeat is off.
I never knew, but I always did knew this, and this is why my granddad. I go with my granddad. head is great, but I don't like the nut off head because it's a certain rhythm in head. When you come off a woman giving you head, when you humping her, you can control when that shit get good. You can kind of pull back a little bit, like. But when you getting head, it really it's a beat in your heart when you bust. It almost be like you could die, nigga. No, I'm serious.
Are you serious?
Hey, a head orgasm is different.
Why?
Or whether it's head. See me, I'm not gonna come from no woman riding me. Okay. I'm not gonna come. I'm gonna come from me doing it. But when a woman giving you head, she's controlling everything. So you can't pull back when that motherfucker get to feeling too good, like you finna have that heart attack. You know, like they say, sex is like close to death. Shakespeare called orgasm death.
Right.
So it's like you feel that thing where it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
This bitch trying to kill me. Because you feel something happening, you feel your heartbeat. It's the same opposite of when you said when you miss that nut, when the heartbeat ain't on perfect.
It's not on perfect. Yes.
So when you getting head and that motherfucker on perfect,
right.
That's something.
It's definitely something. And then also with we as women, a lot of times we don't want to admit it, but emotionally we'll get more attached. Now check this out. Not based upon orgasm. We get more attached by the kissing. Believe it or not.
Yeah, I only kiss certain women, and that be a part of my plan. Trying to bewitch a woman. I can tell when a woman need to be kissed to be bewitched. You know what I'm saying?
That's a whole different animal.
Yeah.
Kissing is way more deeper than you think it is.
Yeah. You know what's funny though? It's crazy because like you said, a woman can turn on her fantasy mind because when it's all said and done, that's pure fantasy mind. Lips touching and spit and tongue. That's pure fantasy making that happen. There's nothing physiological about that that's feeling good.
No, it's not.
You don't have nerves on your taste bud.
Right.
My tongue sure can feel good. You're not wired for that. So I know that kissing is just mental. You know what I'm saying? Now you do have nerves
for a woman. For her,
yeah, you have nerves on your nipples that'll feel good.
Yes,
you have nerves on your vagina that feel good. Yes. But when a bitch be like, "Ooh, I just love when he kissed my knees and my toes and shit," I be like, "Okay, now you're doing the woman thing. You're mythological and you know what I'm saying? That's
it's true.
Yeah. So it's funny. I was going to say something that's crazy because when you think about it, while we having this discussion about it, that's really why people are saying, "What are we?" Because it's like kissing frogs to get a prince. When you finally find that thing that you said earlier, that alignment. And that woman had already made up in her mind, she's saying, "What are you? Will you go with me?" Our sexual creativity has matched so much,
right?
So it's a situation where I can definitely see how people could want that and need that and self-medicate with that and use that as a reason to go crazy or be mental. You know what I'm saying? Because in this life, it's like having somebody that can really cook for you. Think about that. Having somebody that can really cook for you like you love. Having somebody that can really give you a massage like you love. See, that's to me. I'm like my granddaddy. My granddaddy said a woman come in the world with everything she needs to please a man. Once she learned how to cook and can give him a massage and she got a pussy, that's all a woman got to do. It don't cost her nothing.
No.
That's all a woman got to do. So it's a situation where I do know that there are situations where, like you said, feeling an obligation. But I want to say something that a lot of women don't realize.
Okay.
Men are visual. A lot of time our hardness is from wondering what you look like. You see what I'm saying? Once we done seen you, it's downhill. And that's what a lot of women don't realize. That don't mean we don't like you as a woman.
Right.
That don't mean we don't think the sex was good.
Right.
It's just that we need to see something else. I think how God made y'all, you know, that's why I said a man can't look as good as a woman as a woman look to a man, because women like women. Women can appreciate a woman. I ain't saying on no sexual shit, but a woman can say, when I see another man, I see a nigga, okay, that nigga work out.
Right.
Good job. You're disciplined. I see discipline on a man that's got a nice build and workout. I don't see nothing that says, damn, he fine. Well, a woman can look at another woman and say, that bitch got it going on. You see what I'm saying? But the point I'm making is, as a man, we look at you. It can be a fat, unattractive woman, but we'll still wonder how that pussy look. How wet that pussy get, how fat her clit is. It's the wonderment of men. That wonderment. So once we done had you, it's like, if you ain't got some good pussy or a really good person to be around, it's like to see your body again is actually disappointing. So that's what I try to tell people about long-term relationships. I don't my wife like, ooh, that thing looking good. That shit is so fucking old to me. I'm aroused by her by what we do and what we make happen. You see what I'm saying? She probably feel the same way about me. But the point I'm making is seeing something new and wondering, that's what actually makes the world populate. If just think about it, if men just wanted one woman, the world would have died off by then. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, for me, I'm heavy on the hetero. So for me, I appreciate just the male body, period. So for me, it's a little different. I don't really, I could see a beautiful woman and be like, oh, she's a baddie or whatever. But I don't see it like, oh, she's so pretty, or I love how beautiful she is. That doesn't move. That doesn't move me. However, I can go to the grocery store and see somebody handsome as hell. This, Lord have mercy. I keep trying to tell ladies, take y'all's asses to the store, the grocery store. Listen, that's a meat market of nothing but fine men. And I'll be like, oh, pardon me, could you reach this? This is so, I'm a shorty, right? I'm 5'1", so I'm kind of, could you please grab this for me, please? And he just reach up there. You be like, man, Lord have mercy. It is Christmas for me. Beautiful men. To me, this is me. But I'm heavy on the hetero, man. I can't help it. I've always appreciated the man's facials, the goatee. Certain man, his goatee, it can be such a turn on. Well, how did he do it? Did he trim it up? Is it like
I never thought about those things that a woman would think.
Oh my God, Javon. Yeah. Like how or okay, what's his hair look like? Is his hairline sharp? Well, did you go to you went to the barber today, didn't you? Oh, that's real clean. I like that. Okay, yeah, I see you. So I'm more appreciative of the man. I can't help it. I've always been like this. I've never been like, well, it's cool. I mean, men are nice or whatever, but I'm more into pretty women. No, that's not my thing. I can appreciate she's cool and men will find her attractive. I can tell a man like this chick right here, men will go to. As far as with me, I'm looking at his goatee, how skin is smooth. Don't be chocolate, like dark, like the black you like, I like this. Chocolate and just you're just your skin is just as even and then the butt. It don't make sense.
It's crazy to me. I guess we saying the same thing on the flip side because
we are.
Let me ask you this because I want to get an understanding. When I go to the club, or when I go to a social gathering, I can look around. I'm not oblivious to what a handsome, fine man is.
Right.
But I be feeling like it only be like 4 or 5 in the spot, and all the bitches be looking good.
Right.
So
you're the same as me, right? So I could see a pretty woman and be like, yeah, the dudes will be out.
I'm asking you, when you go out to a social gathering,
yes,
you feel like you see more attractive men or less attractive men? Like, would you say when you in a nice club or social gathering, would you say 50% of the men in there are attractive, 70%, 90% or less? Because when I go out, I be looking around because I'm a competitive man. Right. I be like, ain't none of these niggas in here attractive as me, or I be like,
right. Well, see, and you have an advantage from the height. You have an advantage for your height alone.
Well, I can see how a woman would be like, it ain't no niggas in here tonight. Seem like every time I go somewhere, I be looking around and it only be like 5 or 6 fine guys. And I ain't talking about height because it be some little short niggas that's cool. I done
Of
seen
course.
some little fat niggas with they swagger. So
Of
I can look
course.
around and tell what a handsome man
Absolutely.
look like. But
Absolutely. Yeah.
it don't seem like it just be a lot. And when I go out, I don't see a lot.
Well, I put it to you this way: if I'm at a social gathering, on cue, just it's automatic it's a part of me, so it's innate. I'm automatically gonna be looking. That's just me. I've always been like that. So I'm gonna say probably on reg, 45% of the time the men are they're usually pretty fine.
That's so
And
low to me. So what you're
but but
saying
it
is
but it's fine
it's an
because
agreement what I'm saying.
I usually have a conversation with them.
Yeah, because when I go out, it seemed like I could see, I would say, like you said, 45%. When I go out, I say about 70% of the women just be fine to me. Like it be some booger monsters in there, and that just be because it's like, sweetheart, you shouldn't have put that on. If you'd have had a little bit more class, you wouldn't even look like you look. So let
Right,
me say
right.
this, and
Okay.
this is what I want to know.
Okay.
I don't know. I think when I see men,
Mm-hmm.
if we had to put a percentage, I think 80% of men go unnoticed by women. But I just
80%? Really?
I think most, even talking to men, when I talk to men,
Mm-hmm.
you got to think about this. As a woman, you can be average, below average, put on some makeup and walk around and get in the room with the dimes. You could paint your face until you look like a 10. You could literally paint Beyonce's face on your face. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Whereas a man, if you got
Mhm.
bad skin, ain't nothing you can do about it.
Right, right, right.
Ain't men, they don't have men spanks.
Well, I know
Men,
Aries Spears has been putting makeup on, so I don't know.
yeah, I mean, I
So
ain't know
maybe
he was
there is
doing
some.
that. I thought he was real dark around his eyes naturally.
Yeah,
He
so
putting makeup on the ugly as he is. God damn,
he is wearing makeup. Yes,
that motherfucker look uglier with the makeup.
that's what Vlad said. Vlad says he's wearing
Yeah,
makeup, but no, I mean, but that's what I mean. Like for me, I have different taste, and I've learned to be less judgmental of men. And so when I just speak to any man, regardless of if I'm attracted to him or not, men have a more willingness to conversate with me. They'll
of
hold the
course.
door. They'll hold the
You're
door open
welcoming.
for
You're
me.
welcoming. You're
They'll hold the
welcoming.
door open for me, Javon. These men aren't even my type per se, but
But you're
they'll hold the door.
welcoming. A
I am.
smile from a black woman is so welcoming because we get it so less often.
Yeah.
The point I was trying to make was this, Carla. When I say men go unnoticed by women, just
Mhm.
talking to men. I went on a bachelor's trip with one of my homeboys. We got mutual friends, so it was about 12 of us, and we rented this. He rented this big Airbnb shit, and we had a party bus for like 4 nights straight.
Wow.
And we going out, and I swear to God, all them boys had money. You know, they was a crew of boys. His
Okay.
friends were some dope boys, and then he's a
Okay.
professor. He got some friends that are professional
Mhm.
niggas. But long
Okay.
story short, all these boys had on gold chains, all the
Mhm.
nicest suits, slacks. You know, I got on black slacks, black shirt. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Just being me and my man. And the first night we was going out, it was like, everybody get to know each other. Me and we joke each other. They like, that's what you wearing, nigga? I'm like, yeah. They're like, this nigga ain't got on no watch, no cologne, no nothing. Cause these niggas that like watches, cologne, they like cufflinks and
Mhm.
monogram shirts and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm
None of
just
that,
like,
and none of
nigga,
that moves me.
hey, I got on some black slacks, some fucking brown hard bottom shoes, a brown belt, and a fucking black button up with the
Mhm.
sleeves rolled up like Miami Vice. No necklace, no nothing.
Yeah,
So they
but
laughing like, that's what you wearing? And my homeboy that was the goddamn the groom, he said, hey man, watch him in action. They laugh. Ha ha ha. We get to the spot everywhere we go. And these men are amazed at the women I'm pulling and dancing with. And the women that just walking with me outside. These men are amazed,
Mhm.
right? I'm getting women to get on the party bus with us, come back every night. I mean, like these guys are amazed, right?
Of course.
So I'm sitting here saying, the last night they finally say, hey man, how the fuck is you so motherfucking smooth with these motherfucking women?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, first of all, I would say them my rich homies over there. Cause y'all want to spend some money to show off. I'm joking, like,
Mm-hmm.
y'all want to come chill in our section?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all want to hang out with us? Soon as I bring the bitches over, they breaking necks. Get another round trying to show off.
Right.
So I'm using y'all because y'all look like y'all want to spend money. I said, but really,
You pimping the pimps.
yeah, exactly. But I'm like, really, man, the reason I'm so smooth with ladies, because since I was a little boy and to this day, this is my point. Carla, all I do is holler at women every day, all day.
Of course.
Every beautiful woman I see, I holler at her.
Absolutely.
I can't help it.
That's
I
right.
don't have no rejection bone. To get turned down by a woman, it ain't even a turn down because I'm so charismatic. You're gonna smile and laugh and think I'm so charming in your turning down. But the point I was making was, bro, the reason these women I'm like that because I holler at every fucking woman. You guys are scared.
Yeah.
You guys got to. I'm hollering. I'm looking for the most beautifulest woman that I know that you're scared of.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna give me attention because she used to men being afraid of her.
Right. Of
And
course.
I talk to her like, bitch, I know you like me. I'm the shit. So
Yeah.
the point I'm making is I'm compatible with my wife. I watch my wife when we together. I can be walk just to the corner and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And I'm like, we're exact same way. Me and my wife could be in Target and she go this way, I go that way. By the time I come back to say, hey, is this the detergent I should get? She in a man's face, they talking. I just walk off. I let her live.
Absolutely.
I can't help it.
Listen.
Carla, I can't help it. I can't help it. Every fucking woman I see, but I don't be trying to fuck.
No.
I'm just gonna holler.
But
I'm gonna holler
because
at every woman I see.
but
can't
it
help
takes
it.
practice. It takes practice to be in your swag.
Yeah,
There
I
is
can't help
nothing.
it, Carla.
There is nothing wrong with that. But the problem is,
I be trying to stop. I can't
no, you
fucking
can't.
help it.
You can't stop because at the end of the day, I told you what I used to do with my girls. We would go in a pack of 4, and then I would have my girls just do what they do. But I would be at the bar with my legs crossed, sipping on wine just slowly. But I was
Mhm.
always under surveillance, making sure the girls was cool. But at the end of the day, I'm like, I'm gonna get dudes coming up to me to talk to me. Excuse me, you want to dance? Oh yeah, of course. I'm like, all right, yeah, bet. That's because I don't have to reach out and try to do this and try to do that. It's like you don't have to wear the cutest clothes. Just make sure your bra is right and you got the thongs on and you ain't got no panty line. Then you cool. You just become you and you move in a space where you aren't intimidating, but you're very welcoming. Like you said, you're welcoming. You welcome men to come up and talk
Yeah.
to you or whatever. It's like, well, that's one of the characteristics of a classy woman. Classy women don't want to chase a man down, and whether I'm attracted or not, I won't even let you know I'm attracted to you. You won't even know. Men don't know if I'm attracted to them or not till that door closes.
It's crazy because even all the jobs I've worked
Mm-hmm.
in a professional setting, I'm
Yep.
very professional. I've never had a
Absolutely.
sexual harassment claim
No,
on
for
me
what?
or no type of
No.
you know, when I'm pretty sure I've said some shit that an ugly nigga couldn't have said, but I've never had no woman take me to HR saying I've been being inappropriate. But even on every job, it's like in my conversation, in my walk, in my talk, as I hand you the stapler, I'm fucking flirting 24/7.
Of course.
I can't help it.
We can't help it. I can't help it either.
But I said that to say when I was explaining that to
Mm-hmm.
my homies, it was about 15 of us.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe only other one was like, well, bruh, we don't feel that confident. Like we don't walk around doing that. Like,
That's why they have it on the external.
yeah,
That's
they
why
like,
they
bro,
have on
we
that
feel
stuff.
unnoticed by women. Like
Right.
I said, so that's why y'all wear necklaces. Because
Yes.
to me, a necklace is a woman saying, look at my neckline, but look up to my face.
Right,
You know,
right,
so
right.
I just as the more I talk to men and sit in the barbershop, you know, I realize men be like, bro, everybody ain't walking around feeling like they the shit, bro. Like a lot of times, man, these women so mean, they not smiling. I said, even if the bitch ain't smiling, I'm still gonna say something to her.
Well,
I can't help it.
But the truth of the matter is, and this comes back down, I'm always going to bring this up. It seems like every show we have, I never go away from or divert away from self-loving. But one of the powerful things about loving yourself is that you, number one, are honest with yourself. So if I might have a flaw, or I might not have this as sexy as I want it, or I don't really have the greatest top on, and you're like, but at the end of the day, if I go in a spot, that flaw or that lack right there, I'm gonna supersede it by who I am.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have to have on designer shit. I don't have to have designer shoes on. I don't have to have on designer jeans. I don't have to have designer this and designer that. A lot of women that are really insecure, they have to wear all that designer stuff to prove that I'm the shit, but I don't. I can go in with some off-brand stuff and still pull it. And won't have no problem pulling dudes that are sexy as hell. Some of them are attractive. Some will just be like, man, look, I got a girl, but you could get it. Okay, but I get it. We laugh about it, but I don't take offense. A lot of women can't allow a man to be a man to them because they take offense to everything. Well, what does that mean? What are you trying to say? That just seems a little bit aggressive. It's like, no, maybe he's just trying to show you really match. And then a lot of our problem is, most of the time, you got to remember, most dudes forget I'm so short. I don't know how many times if I'm standing next to a dude, he'll be like, damn, I always forget you this short. I'm like, well, that's because my soul is big. You're not that's why you can't, damn, you are 5'1", you a shorty or whatever.
You're a little bitty, yeah.
Yeah, but you got a fat ass, but you short. It's like, yeah, I get it. But we laugh about it all the time. I've had this since I've been young. But what I've always been able to pull is, it don't matter about the man's height, because I can go with whatever. I never have a problem with that. It doesn't matter. You could be 6'5",
as I'm sitting here thinking,
it's never been an issue.
That swag academy. It's got to be a real thing. Carla, you already know what time it is.
Yes, sir.
I've had a wonderful time sitting here talking, having these discussions. I've learned so much just listening. I think people don't realize. My homegirl, she was like, y'all be talking about sex and sexuality a lot. And I was like, well, you got to think about this. This is what people don't really realize. Mm-hmm. Food and sex are the only two things that make the world go around. Mm-hmm. Like, people don't realize you got to eat to live and fuck for the world to go on. No, I'm serious. This is what people don't realize. I always say stuff that people don't. I'm a minimalist naturalist.
Yes.
Meaning I look at everything as closest to nature.
Right.
I believe our one true purpose on this earth is to multiply. You
brought that up. I think I saw you bring that up recently. Yeah.
You duplicate yourself. Right. That's your one true purpose. Like it ain't even motherfucking no mental thing. It's gonna happen. You should want to multiply. Meaning if you want to fuck, you're trying to multiply yourself, whether just regardless. Now, either your sperm could be bad or your eggs could be bad or something. You know what I'm saying? That's a defect. But for the most part, so what I'm saying is, you got to eat and you got to fuck for human existence to go on.
Right.
Why you think those are the top two self-medicating things?
Right.
Sex and eating. So if we just be real about it, we really walking around trying to do two things.
And we've had so many shows. Is that all she's heard?
Well, yeah, when somebody think, at some point we gonna get to talking about fucking up here, but you get the point. But I guess she was listening to that last Sunday, and I guess last Sunday and the Sunday before. But how can you talk about men and women and sex don't come up? But the point I'm making is, before we get out of here, that's really why that whole topic of what are we? Yeah. People are looking for somebody to click up with that they can have a good thing with. Just the bottom line. Everybody wants some good sex. They want a good sex partner. You know what I'm saying? And that's what people looking for. So that what are we? That motherfucker gonna be out here forever. But go ahead and wrap us up.
What are we now that we've done it?
Yeah, exactly. But y'all stay tuned in, tapped in, turned on next week, 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Me and Carla gonna be up here talk about nothing but fucking. She was like, I just think y'all just want to fuck. You know what I'm saying? I said, you know what's so funny about that? I said, I talked to this woman on this show. After the show, I said, bye, Carla. like the thing, like, I'm like, I don't talk to her during the week. We ain't having these fucking long conversations. We ain't said none or thought nothing about no fucking. You know what I'm saying? Because when two people know that they attractive, you just live life. You know what I'm saying? Fucking will come or fucking won't come. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say I'm so flirtatious and holleracious, because I don't care if I don't.
Right.
I hate when people, let me say this and then I'm going to let you wrap it up.
Okay.
Why do you lie and deceive for one person? Risk your integrity for one person that don't want you up front, because when you start lying and stuff, you done already been rejected. When there are hundreds of people out here that would like you as yourself.
I don't know why, but a lot of people don't. Again, it goes back to self-loving. I talk about this all the time. A lot of people are hindered inside self. They really, if I'm honest, a lot of people that's out their league. A lot of people aren't really sure about their own true essence of who they are, so they hold back Javon being who they are in their self, in their soul. Think about it. If we went back to the beginning of time when there were no clothes, was there insecurities with dysmorphia?
Probably not.
You said it.
Everybody just look down and say, they got a hole, he got a thing, and they won't walk around. His bigger than mine, or hers.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I feel you. It's just so crazy to me. Like, if I know I flirt with everybody, when I met Chris, I'm like, I flirt with everybody. She was like, me too. I was like, okay, we compatible. You understand. You ain't gonna be mad when you see me.
That's
flirting.
right.
Like, you ain't gonna be mad. So why would I sit here and act like I don't flirt just to have her when I can find me somebody that flirt like me?
Absolutely. And it's nothing wrong with flirting. It doesn't make sense to not be appreciative of the handsome. I'm not going to be on here and not tell you the truth about handsomeness. That's always been something that's motivated me since I've been young. My dad told me I was boy crazy. So what do you think happens to women that were boy crazy when they were little girls? You think that just fades away?
Daddy can look at you and tell you, boy, girl, like you 5 years old and you always twisting around and bat your motherfucking eyes.
Just always boy crazy, looking her over. He's cute and
And a man can see that on a little girl. You can see it on your daughter. Even when your grown friends come around, you can see how your daughter react and walk into the house.
Yes.
It's like, damn, my daughter is fucking boy crazy. You know what I'm saying?
And
just knowing that shit
doesn't go away. So we have to stop acting like it's not what it is. And then why are we losing that? Because we're adulting now. Well, I can't look like I'm attracted to men, but that don't make no sense. Like, what?
And you know the sad thing, Carla? Before we get out of here, I gotta say this.
Okay.
Michael Jackson was one of the biggest artists ever.
Yes.
Richest man ever, all this shit. Yes. He needed to get a shot in his arm to even get peaceful sleep. Now, I'm saying this, and people think I'm joking, but I'm serious. Michael Jackson somewhere dead than a motherfucker, and he wished like hell he could be doing this podcast of me and you with only 23 people. So I'm saying all this is to say the object is to live and enjoy life and be alive. Why would you, who don't get but one life, we ain't millionaires. We ain't accomplished all our goals and dreams. Nope. We got other shit we're going to accomplish and we going to do. But why on a day-to-day basis not be who I am?
I don't know. But
I'm only going to get one life. I don't get to get everything Michael Jackson and Elvis Presley got. So, but I like to flirt. Why would I deny myself that? I like to meet a new woman and see some new pussy bent over from the back. Why would I deny myself of that? I only get to live once, Carla. That's crazy to me, man.
I know. And we don't just because we're in a relationship or we have lovers or a lover that we were with, why we don't acknowledge their autonomy. It doesn't make sense. Why don't we invite them to feel their happiness and joy in flirtation? Why don't we be like, that's your type over there. Would you go with her or whatever? Does she move you? Well, yeah, I kind of like, she's dope. Why can't we have those open conversations to where we're owning the fact that attractions are real? They do
If
happen.
somebody's scared they gonna lose their own whole human. This
Right.
my own whole human. What are we?
What are we now?
This my own old human.
Yes.
Let's take it out right there, Carla. I appreciate you. We'll be back next week. Y'all stay tuned in, tapped in, and turned on.